Hi guys, Review Crew again. We're going to be watching episode 4 of season 1 of The Expanse, which should be an exciting episode.
So we've
supposedly
heard.
from the from the commenters, definitely not giving anything away.
No, apparently not. I'm very excited about this episode for non-specific reasons that don't involve me having to interact and do the comments for the channel and reading all the comments that we get so far.
So obviously we can touch on how episode 3 ended, first of all.
Vlad the Impaler.
Oh my god, Havelock.
With the impalement of Havelock.
Havelock got just killed. That's plain and simple. He got killed and left out.
And he was just trying to learn the language,
He was just trying to learn the language and tell everybody to go home.
Well, he was a man of the people, too.
He was.
And the people murdered him.
But
he was giving off, like, savior vibes, though, you know? So they were like, none of that, you know?
he was an Earther.
Earther.
And he was also a... Is it Star Nova is the name of the corps?
It's something like that. No, it's not Star Nova.
Something the Nova Corp. But he's a cop for the Corp, and he's an Earther, so he's obviously looked down upon already.
He's an enemy of the people.
He's an enemy of the people.
He's an outsider.
And nobody wants a savior, okay?
Yeah. And he got left up, out
on display to send a message. Yes.
And the message is, war, basically. And I'm curious to see how our characters are going to take it. In this, how the entire corporate security
and
force
it just says a lot of where the Belters are at as far as how they feel, because at this point in time they're running low on water because of the ship being destroyed, but all roads are currently pointing to Mars, so it's like, why are they taking their anger out on Earth? And it's just because they're angry, like it doesn't matter. They don't want to be controlled, kind of thing.
Exactly. So. And it's crazy to see where this is going, as well as right now, they are targeting Naomi as a OPA terrorist.
True.
Yes.
And I'm on the side that this is a setup by the OPA to a false flag attack still. But the one thing that I've noted, from going back and watching while I re-edit, and also while reading the comments that react to, is she's the only one from the belts. They're all Earth, and he's from Mars.
Alex the pilot is from Mars.
Alex is from Mars. Was it Chris and Amos are from Earth, and she's from the belts.
Yeah, the Dr. James Holden and Amos are from Earth.
So maybe they're jumping to conclusions and calling her a terrorist, but I mean, it just adds up. She could be a terrorist that got out of the game, and they're going for her. Who knows? We'll find out.
We will most certainly find out. So
I'm excited, since this is the one that everyone told us to be excited for.
This one's called CQB, which usually
close quarters battle.
Close quarters battle.
Is that what it stands for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's normally CQC, which is close quarters combat.
You were about to say close quarters combat if you didn't stop for a second. But I mean, what better way to figure out what's going on in this banger episode that we've heard of
than to watch it?
Yeah. So we're the Review Crew, and I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And we're starting episode 4 in episode 3, 2, 1.
Numbers are hard.
Numbers are hard when you have to do
them. And thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching.
Ooh.
The screen's cracked.
I mean, somebody recorded his hanging. Like one of the people had their phone out recording. So.
Yeah, sorry to keep you. We've been busier than usual. Still getting intakes from all over the Medina, even from uptown. The average life expectancy on Earth is 123 years.
Whoa.
News on series?
Wow.
68. Isn't unpleasant?
I can imagine it's only like that because of the conditions from gravity and whatnot deteriorating about.
Well, I mean, average on Earth is 68, so it's,
Well, Earth was 123.
No, I'm talking about like today.
Oh.
Stiff's ID is
busy.
Directive on file, so okay if I recycle them? Factor in 393.
Wow. They use bodies as fertilizer. That's crazy. It makes sense.
Well, otherwise it's a waste.
No waste.
We're back on the Donager.
is discussing with the captain right now.
For all we know, he could be working out a
I
deal.
sure wish I knew what OPA tattoos look like, so I want to know if she has any that I haven't noticed.
The thing I see here is an incoming ship. One you can't even identify. I don't believe she's a terrorist. And even if she was, I'm not blaming her for the Canterbury.
You blamed it on.
The beacon that lured us to the Scopuli, and then you showed up.
We had nothing to do with the case.
Yeah, it was kind of convenient for them to just show up after that.
Inbound vessel approaching defense perimeter.
Blow it up.
Minutes contact.
He's open.
Unidentified vessel. This is Captain Teresa Yao of the MCRN Donager. This is your final
Yeah,
mission.
Mars.
Of course, you will be fired upon.
They're jamming us.
Oh,
What's happening?
so probably some high-tech OPA ship coming in to extract somebody or finish the job.
Why are they spinning like that?
They're reassessing their location. Oh, they're being.
6 bandits.
Yeah. Oh shit. Or terrorists. Attacking the flagship is a big thing. Because not only the biggest ship, usually the strongest armed, it's a political statement. Does not look comfy.
They're jump seats.
No, not the suits, the things they're sitting on.
Jump seats.
So they have some shields.
Torpedoes are away. Guidance lock on all targets.
Oh.
Is it bait?
If they can jam their missiles, what's to say they can't revert the missiles in tracking?
Is it bait?
They started this fight. And
Is there no Martian drug for commanding to be like, super battle commander?
That's what the coffee is, except it's just coffee.
No space Adderall for battle.
That's when you use it the most. Earth and the moon.
There's massive LiDAR and radar jamming. We can't resolve the drive signatures or make any visual IDs.
Oh.
sometimes you have to kill to
That's
preserve.
a deep line.
PDC's ready? All arrays are online and standing by.
See how level-headed she is? They're in the middle of a battle, and she's like, yeah, I'll walk away from the...
Yeah.
It's
cold.
Yeah, like, whatever.
Because she believes in her
yes,
people
she
too.
does.
Because they all do it for the greater good, so they have to have faith in each other.
Exactly.
And good discipline.
Yeah. It's like is the correct term a utilitarian society?
Doesn't exactly apply, but yeah, that seems what like Mars is. Dude, space combat seems so boring.
What? No, this is what EVE Online's like.
Fire torpedoes, wait 5 minutes to receive torpedoes.
I got some time dilation going on.
This is important, too.
They're dreamers. Remember?
When you spend your whole life living under a dome, even the idea of an ocean seems impossible to imagine.
They're dreamers.
Free water, free drugs, so that you can forget the aimless lives you lead. You're short-sighted and selfish, and it will destroy you.
Point defense, yep. Gatling guns.
It's just miniguns, like real Navy ships.
Yeah. Oh, we got hit by 1, 2. That's how you clean? That's pretty cool. Was it burn it off?
He's spray painting.
Yeah.
Oh.
The opposite.
It's more of like a digital
Etch.
imprinting.
Yeah.
And it's a picture of James Holden with the words, "Remember the can."
Why you pencil?
Why you pencil?
Why you pencil?
Why you mad, bro? Why you mad, bro?
Why you mad,
bro?
Can't tell if she was smoking drugs or hookah.
Space hookah.
The spice.
And Philai, my vie, to the record books.
Slingshot Club.
Star Helix.
Star Helix, oops. No, it's supernova.
There's so many twists.
What?
So who's dead?
You doing extreme sports or something?
Yeah, I think he's about to die.
So it's the slingshot club. They showed you a diagram. It's pretty much him trying to build up movement by using gravity of planets and then using that to slingshot him like around the solar system.
And then he just died.
It seemed like yeah.
And he probably missed the scraping along the gravitational field and just went through the
And
atmosphere.
yes.
And kaboom.
That's what I imagine happened.
Johnson, the Latter-day Saints took a
Oh my God! Wait.
risk.
It's actually the LDS.
Of asteroids. We don't build ships. Not till now. But trust
What
me.
I said coming back to bite me. There is space Mormons.
I meant you. There have been rumblings that you should be replaced as head of operations for the project.
Stops elevator.
Are the Mormons a third faction? A fourth faction?
Your ties
I
to
think
the
they're part of the
OPA have
Belter
been making a
faction.
number of elders and the general authorities uncomfortable.
Oh no, it's his whole faction.
The belt.
The OPA is only interested in human rights and jobs for all Belters.
And fomenting riots on Ceres.
You're about to send your best and brightest Mormons on a 100-year voyage to a new world around a new sun. Who knows what tragic malfunctions might occur along the way.
They're both threatening each other. Are the Mormons attacking the Donager?
No, the OPA is.
It is? Yeah, damn, I was right. Oh.
That was the railgun.
Imagine.
That's crazy.
Are they being funded by the Mormons?
I think they're being siphoned. Like the OPA is siphoning money from the Mormons.
I want IDs. We need to know their capabilities.
I'm sorry, sir, but there's nothing matching their profile in MCRN.
What if they're just all different separate ships? All
Well,
retrofitted?
it was 6 ships.
No, I mean they're all retrofitted. They're not like a...
Oh.
Is that the one that bombed them?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Because they took a hit.
The engine.
For a badass Mickey Navy boy, you're a pretty whiny little bitch.
I was just a transport pilot, you yahoo. You understand? I wasn't trained for this shit. I was a glorified bus driver.
Hey, 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 hey.
You want some drugs?
You want some space annex?
Right down. Trust me.
He's gonna miss it.
We're all gonna be just.
Rip.
Did they just depressurize?
Seems like it.
That was a railgun shot through them.
Oh, that's gory.
No, obviously they don't have a lot of time here.
It's like 30 seconds or something. The medic just lost his head. Literally.
Is that a welding gun?
Probably emergency.
Oh, it goes deep, deep. The medic died? Come on. I cared about that character. This is why they all told us to look forward to episode 4. Because we liked him.
Damn it.
They want to see us suffer.
You guys want to see us suffer on this.
Are they cold welding a binder? What?
They got railguns so... Oh!
Well...
Down, Master caution is lit.
Don't do it, James. Okay, good. He's a good guy. He does care about people.
Stop firing, quiet.
They're gonna nuke.
Reinforcements?
What do you do?
Oh, they're
after a
boarding!
ship's disabled.
They're boarding!
Oh, damn. Jesus.
Not now,
The
Lieutenant.
ships you're fighting are just like the ones that blew up the Canterbury.
I want you to get Mr. Holden off of this ship and safely back to MCRN command.
They're gonna lose the Donager, aren't they?
It seems like it.
What you doing?
Sedative. There's enough here to take one of us out, which will slow down their breathing and cut down our oxygen use. Maybe that's a little more.
He's got a good point.
Wake up.
I want him to wake up too.
Come on, Alex.
This is very stressful. I don't even know they're being
Yeah,
boarded.
honestly, sedative, best choice in this. You just wake up and you either never wake up or you wake up and it's all over.
Yeah, or you wake up dead.
If we don't make it out, I love you. Oh. It looks like she got somebody else.
Maybe she was also seeing the blonde girl.
Odd day.
Odd day. Yeah, she did die. Odd die.
Oh, no. Shut up, Dad!
That's a quality pun.
We get to see Mars looking tough.
Oh, this is tense. I like how they're conveniently color coding people for us.
I'm still having trouble following.
Blue visor versus red visor.
Blues are bad guys, red.
But you have to remember,
There's a lot of blue guys.
Yeah, they're raiding.
In any type of battle setting, you need to be able to identify who's on which side. Because, I mean, it's so easy to shoot the wrong person. I mean, come on.
It's just for visual clarity, too.
Yeah, and for viewing at ease, yeah.
So who's this guy?
The guy that got beat in the face?
No, this guy.
The guy that got beat in the face.
But he just died.
What?
In an atmosphere. Isn't this Blitzy Bolcom?
Yeah, that's the person that's supposed to be Blitzy Bolcom.
That's how it's supposed to work.
It's not him. You see, every time I sample the guy, I get a different ID comes up with a face that looks like it could be a match.
Huh. Your stuff's got a lot of implants. I bet he has an ID spoofer mod. They're designed to spin cops, waste our time.
Oh, damn.
It's the only.
Try to have
Oh,
one.
no.
They don't even know.
Spinal stabilizer, pancreatic pump, run of the mill. Sedentary.
How old is this guy?
That is a big instrument.
Oh, he did oh!
It's not like he's hurting. It's not like he's hurting the guy.
I know, but
It's enormous, though. He's
it's
like
not
poking
big.
around this guy's calf.
I don't know, needles never bothered me.
That's not a needle.
It's a big needle.
Needles don't bother me either.
It's a big needle.
He just said, he's like, it's not like I'm hurting him.
That's what I'm saying.
Nice.
How tiny is this memory crypt? It's the size of a screw. Honestly, 3 tries, that's pretty good.
Content's encrypted, obviously. But judging by the file names, these are government records.
You good?
Yeah.
Customs documents, corporate ID. This guy was a data broker.
Hmm.
I do the same for you.
Oh.
They took him down?
I think he just fell down.
How? He's pinned to the wall.
Gravity. He's alive?
I'll get help! Somebody help!
Was she trying to mug him at first?
Yeah, she's picking his pocket. Holy fuck.
Why is he not taking a gun?
Because he gets shot if he has a gun.
Let
Don't make me shoot you.
What the fuck?
What?
His weapon is key to his armor. Doesn't look like any OPA grunt I've ever seen. Tech is way too advanced.
I'll make you a deal.
Donager was dispatched to Phoebe Station after she went silent for several weeks. Everyone on board was dead. Their bodies were incinerated. We found them refrozen to the walls of the ice tunnels. Fire or a chemical spill, but then we discovered that all the computer
What the
cores
fuck
were
is happening?
Deliberately.
They were covering something up.
Captain, not yet. This has to count for something.
Escape shuttle? Sorry.
Dookie.
Get to the ship.
Yeah, check and make sure it's safe first, bro.
You quit
Come on, Alex.
I don't understand why the boarders don't just try and blow up the escape shuttle.
They might not have heavy ordnance, or I don't know. Plot armor. Although, is everyone gonna make it?
I don't know.
They did.
Go!
Alright, they definitely have something to hit the ship with. Oh, is he gonna die? That's sad.
Lopez?
I hope he doesn't. That's not good.
What's happening? Oh, momentum.
Wouldn't that just be counteracted? Because he had to push off of her? Are the mags supposed to... Oh, the mags nullified him, pull him down? Okay.
Well, it's because they were going to drift off into space. Well, not into
is,
space, but you know what I
is-
mean. I mean, it's not, I don't know
That's
why
like
you're laughing.
Overly clever.
It's just his quick reaction time.
He didn't know what he was
his
doing
quick
at first.
thinking.
Oh, no, not another
Really?
portion.
To me, it seemed like he knew exactly what he was doing.
No, Panda didn't know what he was doing.
Oh, yes.
I thought he was going to push her in. And then when he clipped onto her, I was like, well, that's not going to work.
Lopez lives.
You better.
I'm not a pilot.
Pirate's drugged.
He's up now.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Throwing up with the momentum to gravity, not being positioned. I don't think I can do. Okay.
You just carried your ass here. Let's go.
Oh, it's gonna give him some adrenaline juice, probably. Yeah, there we go. Make him focus.
It's my first time.
Why do I think the OPA and the Mormons are attacking Mars?
I don't think the Mormons are
Mikey.
active in this.
Well,
I think...
I can't say anything.
I just feel like the Mormons...
I think you're giving them a little too much credit for, like, being their own, like, faction, though.
Yeah, I feel like the OPA is just skimming off the Mormons.
So he was just like, shoot everything.
Okay.
House. I mean, yes. Sir.
Civilian to military.
Literally. Going back to his roots.
No, Lopez, you can't die.
What a bitch.
What?
The other guy got impaled and he woke up 6 hours later. This guy got shot and he's like, ugh.
Well, he was bleeding with no gravity, so it could have, you know.
True.
Won't hold much longer.
I didn't think we could lose.
That's crazy.
Well,
let's go to the ship.
Too proud.
That's how you lose.
Scuttle!
Scuttle order given. Thumbprints igniting. Wow. That's so crazy.
That's insane.
Probably the nuclear reactor going off.
Mm-hmm.
Kaboom.
Wow.
What an episode.
What an episode. Okay. Well, that was episode 4 of The Expanse, and that went crazy real fast.
Yeah.
Definitely not many low points in there.
I'm glad Havelock's alive.
Sure.
What do you mean?
There's some other more higher points, but yeah, sure.
I'm real happy
he's
he's
alive.
alive too. That was the end of our last reaction. Was like we were like, oh my god, Havelock's dead. Left a message. Instead, he was found by.
Okay,
it wasn't even a message.
But a character you guys liked even more is now dead.
Which is
We'll get into that.
What is?
We'll get to that. Oh my god, I know. Well, it was weird because I knew that immediately because I've read a few enough sci-fi books to know what a depressurization is on like a book like page, but I've never seen a depressurization in like media adapted. So I immediately knew because it was just that ringing sound and quiet.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and there's a sound of kinetic round going through the ship, piercing all the rooms.
It's even worse that the last thing he's saying is everything's gonna be all right.
And then,
yeah.
You look over, he's missing his head, and the blood can't even move because there's no gravity.
Yeah, I love when gravity gets restored and you just get this splash. Is like cherry on
crazy.
top. Actually,
you know what I liked in this episode? We went from Lopez being like the interrogator that we were all like, man, forget about that guy, to now at the end of the episode we were all like, no, Lopez, what the hell? Why are you dying on us?
He did a good job with that because that correlates directly with at the time you think Morris is the bad guy.
Yeah.
To then Morris isn't the bad guy. Therefore, Lopez went from being the bad guy to being the good guy.
Yeah. Can we talk about how the whoever invaded? I don't know if their limbs were regrowing, but they definitely
sealed
sealed
off.
And have some sort of advanced technology that allows their body, when wounded, to self-seal. Maybe it's a suit.
Which I'm sure we'll see more of.
Yeah, technology.
From the video, it seems like it might have been the suit.
Yeah, it could have been the suit.
Because they offered him medical attention still.
But then he
so
died.
just because he wasn't like hemorrhaging.
That's still crazy. The suit just seals itself.
After they literally cut his arm clean off.
And can we talk about the whatever his name is?
I think it's Bicky Belko.
Bicky
or Biddy Belko.
Something. The information broker who ended up dying during the riots, who has a implant that main purpose is to throw you off the tracks, and it sent them to. It threw him off the tracks,
which literally threw you off the tracks because that's not his name.
Yeah.
That guy died in a space crash.
Yeah, right.
While we were watching it. So we were like, okay, this is the guy. He's some crazy guy in space probably doing stuff, and then he dies. And we're like, he was just a crazy guy in space doing stuff.
Yeah.
But not the stuff we thought he was.
Now, because who that guy was impersonating.
Yeah. But if we look back now that we know of the capabilities of what's going on right now, look back to the first episode with the ship. Does that daughter have to be in with the OPA?
The ship being the Scopuli.
Yeah, Scopuli, or were they maybe she hired a crew and they turned out to be OPA and they were like, we were a rich heiress, let's kidnap her and use her to get some funding. Who knows? But like some of the damage was relatable to the ship. What happened on the ship? You know how like wasn't there something like cut out in terms of?
Well, you also. James Holden recognizes the ship.
Oh yes,
so that also ties it into they're being attacked. They're being attacked again by the same,
which has stealth capabilities, torpedoes, kinetic ammo, and
can destroy a flagship.
And technically a nuke.
Most importantly of all of that is no one knows who it is.
Exactly. So who is it?
So Earth doesn't know who it is. Mars doesn't know who it is. That's why James Holden being like, "Oh, I've seen them before." They were like, "That's important."
I really am hoping that we get an explanation of that one scene between the LDS and the OPA, like chief of operations shipyard.
Sorry. One second, Mike.
Nope.
Okay.
Start the episode
Johnson.
Is that his name, Johnson?
Yeah, I'm blanking on his first name, but they didn't say it anyways. Yeah. They just refer to him as Johnson in this episode.
That's new. That's a new development, bringing that in, because we were joking about Space Mormons, but then literally the LDS.
So what he revealed is what?
The OPA is building a ship for the LDS, which means that the OPA...
To clarify,
so they can explore.
It is not the OPA.
But it's...
The reason... So he was saying specifically they're happy with the work they're doing. However, they are concerned about specifically his ties to the OPA.
Yeah.
And he makes the statement of like, it's like a workers' right, like a people's right movement.
But that's the other thing is like, the OPA is like essentially just a big workers' union with militant parts. But the draw is that it's like a workers' union. So when Johnson starts being like, well, it'll be a shame if you kick me out, and suddenly all the workers are going to start, being a little less reliable.
Well, because they reveal the project they're working on is a ship that is supposed to do 100 years journey to a new, I guess, galaxy or solar system, whatever, for the Mormons to
colonize.
Of course,
we'll call it Utah.
Space Utah.
But that's why I'm extrapolating and theory crafting here, is because like before it was like, where's the OPA like building ships and like whatever.
Maybe that's how they get their funding.
But that's why I'm like, oh, they're literally the OPA workforce and chief of operations is at a shipyard of some sort, and the LDS, which has money by the sound of it, is giving them all this money to build a ship. Maybe they're building other ships
now.
Which is what is attacking Mars.
What's going on with Phoebe's station? Because they mentioned Phoebe's station in the interrogation episode.
So, with Phoebe, it's...
And Lopez divulged the most information
basically,
thus far
they all got liquefied.
near the end.
Well, they got burnt and then they got refrozen.
Yeah, they got burnt and then refrozen.
And then the computer core was blown up.
He didn't give a lot of info other than he outright said it seemed like someone was trying to cover something up.
And then we never really got an explanation of what happened on the Scapulae in episode 1, because remember there was that scene where like it looked like people were stuck in the reactor, and like bodies were all over the floor. Like,
what was going on?
Is that the same thing that happened on Phoebe? Is that something different? The show just keeps giving you questions.
Too many questions, more answers.
So I liked right at the beginning of the episode. Did you guys have anything else, first of all?
I don't think so.
R.I.P. to the medic.
R.I.P.
Medic boy.
And presumably Lopez, although he is not dead yet.
Yeah, you know what?
Because as Havelock has proven, until they're like, oh, he's dead, he may or may not be dead.
Yeah, I'm going to say, unless we see them explicitly die on screen in a way that...
I mean, that doesn't even mean it, because Havelock explicitly died on screen.
No, Alex died on screen. Not Alex, I'm sorry.
Medic.
Pause?
Medic.
What's his name?
S.
I unfortunately don't. I don't remember super well because obviously he's only in the show for a few episodes. Shed. Yes.
Shed died. That's how we know people dies when they lose their heads. Apparently, unless I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back as I don't know. I'm joking.
Stop.
Hey guys, Shed here. I turned myself into a hologram.
So one of the I just like the fact at the beginning of the episode about the people on Earth, the average lifespan is 123 years. They say Mars is even longer, and then the belt is 68,
which lines up with
gravity.
Current day, like Earth, which
work condition
could explain that.
And explains that working class. But then you also have to remember, they've also made comments of like how on Earth they're like able to like totally regenerate their bodies essentially. And obviously, they're not offering that to the belt.
But Mars seems to have pushed that even farther in the betterment of enriching society.
So I just thought that helped give you an idea of how well off the people are in those areas.
I just thought of a comparison. So the people, Earthers are like, overlooking what they already have. They have the sun, they have the oceans, they have green, they have air, breathable. Then Mars is overlooking what they have, which is their own independent government and civilization with the sun and access to the sun and gravity. And then that's being overlooked because the OPA, the Belters, do not have access to the sun. They don't need hats. They don't have access to regular gravity. Their bones and bodies are distorted. They don't even have access to breathable air. They need to have air filtration and creation units. So
yeah,
the entire time the Mars, we're like, wow, the Mars people are really dreaming because they want to see the oceans and the green. Well, the Belters just want to have the sun and gravity.
Well, I thought this episode gave you a really good viewpoint into Mars for how unified they are in their dream.
And I
however, it also shows you, as the captain admits before scuttling the ship,
they're proud.
They're very proud.
Yeah.
And it seems like she let her pride get in the way of realizing the battle isn't over until it's over.
Yeah.
Especially because, like she had said, the only people she had fought thus far were OPA pirates.
Not even OPA, just Belter pirates.
They hadn't gone up to what they eventually realized were very combat-capable ships.
Which it still has no explanation on where they came from, if they're even OPA.
Not to mention
how this is working.
How well planned it was, because they all flew so close together. It only showed one drive plume, and then as they entered attack range, it was like, oh, it's actually 6 ships.
You know what I just popped up?
What?
The reason that when we're just saying OPA for these mysterious ships, the reason the OPA could have access to all these secrets to build this tech was just answered with the data broker, who has an implant full of government files, which could easily be stuff like the Mars stealth.
But they would need sympathizers within the government. Or within...
The data broker can just... Money's money.
No, I mean, they would need sympathizers within the government.
The Martians?
Martians to buy the stealth technology to implant.
You see the hatred of Earth. It wouldn't be hard to convince someone. Plus, there's always hacking.
And they would make it themselves.
But my theory crafting, data broker is how they got the Mars stealth tech without stealing Mars stealth tech, and then OPA is magically making it. Which I hope we figure out where the OPA is getting all the materials and everything.
Everything will be revealed. Some things could be revealed really soon, and it's crazy because now rewatching it, I'm like, wow, they went deep, because there was stuff in there for way later that I'm now realizing. I'm like, wow, so you could find out next week or at the end of this year.
In season 4, the cactus saves the station.
You should write those things down in a secret spot, so that at the end of the series you can discuss things that you never noticed.
Stop looking.
Oh, gosh. Well then.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. So, I'm actually going to do that right now for the one thing I noticed.
So, guys...
Is it the cactus saving the station in season 4?
The cactus comes back to save Havelock because he watered it.
Jesus. Okay, all right. Well, before I write that down,
we
just wanted to say thank you again so much for all the comments, the thumbs up, the subscriptions. We really appreciate it. We're really excited to keep watching the show. These guys are really liking it. So thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We love the comments, guys.
Yeah, comments are great. Subscriptions are, all the subscribers that we see popping up are great, because it just shows that you want to see the content, and because we like putting it out, especially this, and it just makes us extra enthusiastic.
Yeah, it really gives us motivation.
Yeah, especially a lot of the comments are super insightful.
Yeah, I love it. It's so nice to read.
So it's really interesting. Yes. Even the longer ones, we're going to make an effort to try to read all of them every week, because it's definitely adding a lot of background information I didn't realize I didn't need. But I'm like, oh, okay, that helped make more sense.
And I like when I am noticing things was in episode 3 with the pouring the whiskey, and someone was like, oh, the Coriolis effect. I'm like, I'm glad people are just clarifying these things.
That's what YouTube
so for. Thank you so much for that, and keep it up. We appreciate it.
We hope you all have a good viewing experience with us right now, and let us know below if there's anything we could improve for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And have a nice time watching. Take care. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
Review Crew.
See you soon.
Bye.